Latin America, like Patricia from Argentina, survivor of torture. Carlos Mauricio from El Salvador, another Salvador, survivor of torture, and others. There are a lot of speakers, a lot of musicians to uplift the spirit. The puppetistas are there, bring a lot of joy to the young and old alike. Sunday or Saturday night, all these workshops on all of these issues of injustice, of violence, war. We address all these issues. We're not in competition here. We're connecting the dots. It's all about militarism, violence, using our hard-earned tax money for war, over $500 billion in Iraq, all financed by us, done in our name. I was in the UP not long ago, and someone gave me this research that they've done there. From that $500 billion, Michigan has put into the pot over $12 billion. $12 billion. And they broke it down what this $12 billion could do here in Michigan. It could pay for 1,865 children to attend a year of Head Start. That money could provide health care insurance for over 10,600,000 children for 1 year. It could hire over 188,000 additional public school teachers for 1 year, and goes on. We should call it by its right name. This war, as everywhere, it's a theft from the poor in our country and elsewhere who struggle for survival. Sunday, our vigil is more solemn. We have the procession, thousands on Fort Benning Road, facing Fort Benning. The gates are locked. They now have 2 fences, chain link fences, topped with barbed wire, with these big signs that say U.S. property, no trespassing. I won't tell you where I got this. 20,000 strong, and abreast we march, thousands holding the religious symbols, many holding the crosses with the names of the victims, some the Star of David with the names, and those names are called out as we process. And in unison, after each name and the age, many of them children, in unison the thousands will say, Presenti. This person is with us. And in that procession, many of us weep because they're touching on the sacred here. Some say it's liturgy at its finest. When we get to that fence, we put our religious symbols and photographs of the victims on that fence. You cannot see the other side. It turns into this memorial wall, something sacred. It's always been a part of our tradition from early on, where some feel compelled to go on to Fort Benning, to cross that line. We go now over the fence, under it, through it. When we do that, they say we break the law. But those who go across say we're following a higher law this day. We are here in the name of peace. We're here to say that, killing is wrong, that we want peace in our world, and we want to shut down that school. And whoever crosses that line, they're arrested. Over 250 of our people now have gone off to prison and have collectively served over 90 years. We're very honored to have with us this evening some of our prisoners of conscience. Could you please stand? Chuck and others, let's see, Rebecca, and all of our prisoners of conscience. Those who have been down over the years, down in Georgia at the vigil, could you please stand and get an idea who's been with us down? We're not going away. We're keeping our hands on the plow. There's more ground ahead that we must plow. But our hope is strong. Our hope is strong. I must say, it is important to know this, and I think that's what brings so many people together down in November. Our movement is rooted in nonviolence. Early on, when it began to blossom, we realized that we had to draw on the wisdom and the experience of people like Mahatma Gandhi, Rosa Parks. We had to draw on the experiences of Martin Luther King and the civil rights leaders, Cesar Chavez, the United Farm Workers and others, Dorothy Day and others. Their way, the way of nonviolence, was going to be our way. And for many who are coming into this movement in the context of their faith, our faith, from our many traditions, mandated that what we do would be rooted in nonviolence and love. We have a bill in Congress. We're getting close, and we'll cut off the funding. We lost by 6 votes last year. We're going to have another vote coming up. Letters to your members of Congress are extremely important. Many who write simply say, you know, it's not long letters, just simply saying many that we don't want you, our representative, our congressperson in Washington, using our tax money for this kind of school. We want that money going to schools for our children. We're getting there. We're going to have a separate vote on this issue of transparency. For many, many years, they always gave us each year, through the Freedom of Information Act, the names of all of those trained there, the graduates and the instructors. Those names are very important to document the human rights abuses that continue, especially in Colombia today, where most of the atrocities are taking place, especially toward the union workers, the labor leaders. Tomorrow I'll be speaking at the United Auto Workers Convention. They're very involved in Colombia, working in solidarity, because in Colombia, over the last 20 years, there have been over 4,000 labor leaders killed in this country, and most of the soldiers being trained at this school today are from Colombia. Since 2004, they send us now a list of pages of the countries, but all of their names are blacked out. And we ask them, of course, how can you speak of transparency when you will not give us the names? What are you trying to hide here?